Jubilees chapter 2. And the messenger of the presence spoke to Moses according to the word of the Lord, saying, Write the complete history of the creation, how in 6 days the Lord God finished all his works and all that he created, and kept Sabbath on the seventh day, and hallowed it for all ages, and appointed it as a sign for all his work. For on the first day he created the heavens which are above in the earth, and the waters and all the spirits which serve before him, the messengers of the present, the messenger of the presence, and the messengers of sanctification, and the messengers of the spirit of fire, and the messengers of the spirit of the winds, and the messengers of the spirit of the clouds, and of darkness, and of snow, and of hail, and of hoarfrost, and the messengers of the voices, and of the thunder, and of the lightning, and the messengers of the spirits of cold, and of heat, and of winter, and of spring, and of autumn, and of summer, and of all the spirits of his creatures which are in the heavens and on the earth. He created the abysses and the darkness, evening and night, and the light, dawn and day, which he has prepared in the knowledge of his heart. And we immediately saw his works and praised him, and lauded before him on the account of all his works. For he created seven great works on the first day. And on the second day he created the expanse in the midst of all of the water. And the waters were divided on that day. Half of them went up above, and half of them went down below the expanses that was in the midst over the face of the whole earth. And this was the only work God created on the second day. And on the third day he commanded the waters to pass from off the face of the whole earth into one place, and the dry land to appear. And the waters did so as he commanded them, and they retired from off the face of the earth into one place outside of this expanse, and dry land appeared. And on that day he created for them all the seas according to their separate gathering places, and all the rivers, and the gathering of the waters, and the mountains, and on all the earth, and all the lakes, and all the dew of the earth, and the seed which is sown, and all the sprouting things, and fruit-bearing trees, and trees of the wood, and the garden of Eden, and all plants that after their kind. These four great works God created on the third day. And on the fourth day he created the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and set them in the expanses of the heavens, to give light on all the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and divide the light from the darkness. And God appointed the sun to be a great sign on the earth for days, and for Sabbaths, and for months, and for feasts, and for years, and for Sabbaths of years, and for Jubilees, and for all seasons of the years. And it divides the light from the darkness, and for prosperity, that all things may prosper, which shoot and grow on the earth. These three kinds he made on the fourth day. And on the fifth day he created great sea monsters in the depths of the waters. For these were the first things of flesh that were created by his hands, and the fish, and everything that moves in the waters, and everything that flies, the bird, and all their kind. And the sun rose above them to prosper them. And above everything that was on the earth, everything that shoots out of the earth, and all fruit-bearing trees, and all flesh. These three kinds he created on the fifth day. And on the sixth day he created all the animals of the earth, and all cattle, and everything that moves on the earth. And after all this he created man, and a man and a woman he created them, and gave him dominion over all that is on the earth, and in the seas, and over everything that flies, and over beasts, and over cattle, and over everything that moves on the earth, and over the whole earth. And over all this he gave him dominion. And these four kinds he created on the sixth day. And there were altogether 22 kinds. And he finished all his work on the sixth day, all that is in the heavens and on the earth, and in the seas, and in the abysses, and in the light, and in the darkness, and in everything. And he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath day, that we should work 6 days, but keep Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. And all the messengers of the presence, and all the messengers of sanctification, these two great classes, he has hidden us to keep the Sabbath with him in the heavens and on earth. And he said to us, Behold, I will separate a people to myself from among all the peoples. And these will keep the Sabbath day, and I will sanctify them to myself as my people, and will bless them, as I have sanctified the Sabbath day and sanctify it to myself. Even so will I bless them, and they will be my people, and I will be their God. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him to myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath day, that they may keep Sabbath thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with which they should keep Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink, and to bless him who has created all things as he has blessed and sanctified to himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should keep Sabbath together with us. And he caused his commands to ascend as sweet savor acceptable before him all the days. There were 22 heads of mankind from Adam to Jacob, and 22 kinds of work were made unto the seventh day. This is blessed and holy, and the former is also blessed and holy, and this one serves with that one of sanctification and blessing. And to these, Jacob and his seed, it was granted that they should always be the blessed and the holy ones of the first testimony in law, even as he had sanctified and blessed the Sabbath day on the seventh day. He created the heavens and the earth and everything that he created in 6 days. And God made the seventh day holy for all his work. Therefore, he commanded on its behalf that whoever does any work thereon will die, and that he who defiles it will surely die. For that reason, command the sons of Israel to observe this day, that they may keep it holy, and not do any work thereon, and not to defile it, as it is holier than all other days. And whoever profanes it will surely die, and whoever does any work thereon will surely die forever. That the sons of Israel may observe this day throughout their generations, and not be rooted out of the land. For it is a holy day and a blessed day. And everyone who observes it and keeps Sabbath thereon from all his works will be holy and blessed throughout all days like to us. Declare and say to the sons of Israel the law of this day, both that they should keep Sabbath thereon, and that they should not forsake it in the error of their hearts, and that it is not lawful to do any work thereon which is unseemly to do their own pleasure thereon, and that they should not prepare anything thereon to be eaten or drunk, and that it is not lawful to draw water or bring it in or take out thereon through their gates any burden, which they had not prepared for themselves on the sixth day in their dwellings. And they will not bring in nor take out from house to house on that day, for that day is more holy and blessed than any Jubilee day of the Jubilees. On this we kept Sabbath in the heavens before it was made known to any flesh to keep Sabbath thereon on the earth. And the Creator of all the things blessed it, and he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to keep Sabbath thereon, but Israel alone. Them alone he permitted to eat and drink and to keep Sabbath thereon on the earth. And the Creator of all things blessed this day which he had created for a blessing and a sanctification and a glory above all days. This law and testimony was given to the sons of Israel as a law forever to their generations.